Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling Review, and usually at the start of the video I always give a little hint on how well the show was, but this time no, not doing it. It is the third time I've had to record this review. That's why it's so late. I do apologise it's late out, guys, but here it is, the SmackDown Live review. So we started off this show with Charlotte Flair cutting a promo, and she was doing a face-to-face promo against Ruby Riott, somehow #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's title. How am I going to give this promo work between the two? Charlotte Flair just felt like it feels like you got someone who's such a good wrestler, good on the mic, brilliant in the ring in Charlotte, and then Ruby Riott, who's learning, and she's been thrown into this main event story too quick, and it just feels like the minute Charlotte wins that Fastlane, which I guarantee will happen, it just goes, there we go, another young superstar kind of getting buried quite soon. And it's not Charlotte's fault. It's just the writing, and I'm just gonna say it now. The promo was pretty pathetic from both of them. It's probably Ruby's best promo, but my God, you could tell Charlotte didn't really care. So it was a poor start to the show, but hopefully it will get better. Then we had Randy Orton taking on Jinder Mahal. Oh God, I wish I didn't have to see this one again. It just feels like, again, with these type of matches, with these two type of men, they must be paying Randy Orton a hell of a lot of money. Reason is, he keeps losing to Jinder Mahal. I legitimately cannot understand why Randy Orton is happy to job out to Jinder Bloody Mahal. It makes no sense. It is legitimately the most head-scratching situation I've seen. And are we gonna see Jinder versus Randy versus Bobby Roode at Mania for the US title? Oh God, I hope not. I really do. But I've got a feeling Jinder's gonna get in the way at Fastlane. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. But for me, I don't understand this. I don't understand the booking. Next up, we had Becky Lynch and Carmella. Now, for me, guys, this was more of trying to build Carmella up to feel like a threat, because she still has that money in the briefcase. And for me, it just made me realise how good Becky Lynch was, because her selling was fantastic. Becky got the win. She used the disarmer. Carmella tapped out as soon as that submission move was used, but Carmella was the more dominant one in the ring. But for me, it just shows how good Becky Lynch is at selling. Again, I keep praising her on the SmackDown roster, but this woman is, for me, the second best women's wrestler on SmackDown Live, and she should be #1 contender. It just makes sense in my eyes. But no, it wasn't a bad match. It was okay, and it did what it needed to do. It got Becky some momentum. Hopefully we can start seeing Becky challenging for the women's title again. But we need to do something with the women's division on SmackDown. That's the only thing I've got to say. It just feels like out of every division on the show, it feels like the SmackDown women's division has just suffered the most in recent weeks. So we had AJ Styles come out and talk about the Fastlane main event, where him and John Cena, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would all be taking part in a 6-pack challenge. Now, for me, this was a good little promo. AJ's good at promos, and he was interrupted by Dolph Ziggler, who looked at him and went, you know, AJ, what the hell's going on? You were the guy who didn't really care about these, and that's your problem. You started to care about these, you know, talking about the fans, and you've lost. You're no longer phenomenal. And I think, you know, AJ was a bit annoyed with that. They already booked these two to have a match later on. So AJ, you know what? Screw this. Why don't we fight now? And you kind of saw in Dolph's face, it was kind of like, oh, okay, shocked and confused. And you know, it was a good promo between the two guys. They were both really good at the promo work, and it just shows Dolph Ziggler is not just a good in-ring performer, he's really good at the mic. And AJ is just AJ, he's the best wrestler in the world. I keep saying this, but a decent promo between the two. That moved us on to AJ Styles taking on Dolph Ziggler. Now, for me, this was a good match. What am I going to say? AJ Styles is the best wrestler in the world. Dolph Ziggler is a hell of a worker in the ring. You kind of put them together and you know you're going to get a good match no matter what. Even if they both only try about 20%, they're probably still going to have a better match than most people on the main roster does. Anyway, so for me, it was entertaining to watch, and it was actually, I was like, ooh, it was a good back and forth match, but it was a typical SmackDown match, because just about near the end, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come out and attack both men. This caused Shane O'Mac to change the match, and that'll get us on to the next. Yes, Shane O'Mac comes out, says, look, sick of this, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to have a fatal 5-way. Dolph Ziggler versus AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. And this is the match we were originally going to get at Fastlane anyway, before John Cena came onto the scene. And for me, it was fine. It was a good, very, you know, fatal 5-way matches are always going to have that one thing. It's very chaotic and it's hard to keep up of what's going on all the time. But it definitely gives us plots for what might happen at Fastlane. Dolph looked really dominant. Dolph and AJ were pretty badly beaten up, and AJ had a massive cut on his head by the end of the match, so that was kind of interesting to say the least. But the biggest thing for it all was that Sami Zayn got the win in the 5-way, but he pinned deliberately, by the way. He knocked out his own best friend Kevin Owens and got the pin. So it was interesting all that, and just seeing Kevin Owens' face in the shock and horror that his best friend had betrayed him. And when Sami getting interviewed at the end, and she went, what? You know, I can't remember who the interviewer's name is. She just asked him why, and he went, because I'm the best here and no one ever appreciates what I do, so this is why. And it was a really good dark Sami Zayn promo. Sami Zayn, and this could be the turning point of Kevin Owens turning, not full on face, Kevin Owens will never do that, but a good, you know, midpoint between heel and face, which I think Kevin Owens would be really good at. And Sami Zayn's heel is now really interesting and really exciting. It's probably the best bit about this whole feud thing going on as it is. And there we go, guys. That was SmackDown Live for this week. How was it? It was alright. That's about it. It was alright. The women's division is still a complete and utter mess. There was no tag teams this week, which was a friggin' shame. You got New Day, you got the Usos, you got the Bludgeon Brothers, and yet we don't get anything. We don't get anything from them. Instead, we get to watch Jinder Mahal beat Randy Orton again. Yeah, because that makes sense. The fans really loved it the first couple of dozen times we've seen it. We really need to see it again. But yeah, the best bits were obviously AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler's match was really good. It was good. It was really good. And then Sami Zayn's complete and utter turn on Kevin Owens. Now, I cannot wait to see what happens at Fastlane. Just to let you guys know, we will be, again, very late reviews coming up this week. It's just, I have a very busy schedule and I won't be able to post the videos of both Fastlane, Raw and SmackDown as soon as I can, but there might be some delays. But if you do like our videos, please like and subscribe. You'll see some videos floating about here. Check them out, guys. And if you want to follow me on the old Twitter, I'm at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk.